Is that why Ryan don't have a mom around? That's David. Yeah, that's your ass. I see what you know, Brian. You look like a walking amphitheater, baby. I'd be embarrassed about it like that. Tell these motherfucking people, what the fuck do you mean by that? What do you mean by he looks like a walking amphitheater? What is your meaning behind that? So you can't say, oh, they're editing my shit, making me say these things. No, Barry. So I'm gonna jump off here, Barry. This proves even further you're a piece of shit.
Now, we opened up the playpen. We took out the baby maker and opened up the playpen. Yeah. 20. I couldn't stand the stink in there if I went in his lobby or his apartment, you know what I mean? Them guys are nasty, you know that, right? And black people don't take a bath. Oh my God. They got these, they get these what they call ringworms in their head. Oh my God. And talk about lice. Oh my God. And the women are just as nasty. Oh God, no. I was like, who would do? Oh. They stink that bad. Oh. And their clothes are probably all just ugh, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, I had one of them. We had somebody take parts off of it since it's been sitting there. Oh. Yeah, they better be watching it. I catch anybody out here, I'm going to shoot them. He just bought a grill, and I think the grill...
Alrighty, guys, before we move on to the shit and shebang, we're going to do a couple really short 2-minute videos of Barry's. This one's his newest one. The other ones are kind of older. Now, I just had a friend of mine.
The neighbor behind
Yeah,
us.
he's a buddy of mine. He just hauled in, how much did he say?
It was either 44 or 46 tons. He had 2 triaxle loads come in. Just the gravel alone, and he got it for, I think he said $15 a ton because it's coming straight from the quarry.
Yep.
So it was like $450 a truckload just for the gravel. Plus, you know, you're going to pay them for their gas and their time, whatever the fuck. But the gravel itself was $450 a triaxle load, 22 tons each, I think is what he said.
And then the flat, then after you dump it, you got to figure you're gonna have to get it laid out flat because they don't lay it out flat.
They do the best they can with this guy did it all for him, but they'll come in with the triaxle and they'll try to spread it as good as they can while they're dumping it, you know, in a straight line.
Okay, and I want to point something else out. How many people have shoveled, let's say, sand, fucking hard compacted dirt? Gravel is no small feat to fucking shovel out of the back of a truck. I've done sand before we have an above ground pool out back, and a real pool. And we fucking
Barry,
grind sand.
Was painstaking there, bud. I mean, that's the definition of painstaking, putting your own fucking pool in the ground.
But shoveling sand is a bitch. It's not fun. It's not easy. It's hard work. Gravel is a lot worse than that.
So there's no way Barry sprayed his gravel. Plus, let's be real. This might be 5 ton because this is just a dusting.
Yeah, it's not thick.
And we can show you why here in a second. I mean, first of all, there's not going to be no lip out here on the road. I mean, and if it was thick in there, like it was actually dumped in there, if it wasn't just thrown on top of the other, you wouldn't be able to see the weeds through it.
Yeah.
You can see the weeds
another point I want to point out. Before we get in this, because it's only 2 minutes, we're not about to point out everything we want to point out.
Plus, he's going to, here in a minute, you'll see, he's going to try to smooth, he didn't lay like a piece of plywood down and then try to run over the plywood. He thinks he's going to take his tires and just do this and smooth it out. But if that was thick gravel, them tires would sink and you would just be digging ruts in it. You know what I mean? As you was doing that.
And how many y'all...
Futile. It wouldn't...
When you haul in gravel, you want all your weeds gone. You want either fresh dirt or whatever. You do not want weeds that could poke back through your gravel.
I mean, eventually they'll come, but more to the story is there's weeds coming through this fresh gravel already, so it's not thick. Plus, there's no lip right here. As you can see the old gravel, the new gravel. There is no lip, man. I mean, so he's had 2 or 3 ton of gravel hauled in and paid somebody to spread it out.
And probably a pretty decent chunk of change.
I'm going to be nice, Barry, and say you paid for 5 ton of gravel, maybe, but I doubt it. That's probably 3 ton at most. And then somebody stood there with a shovel and spread it out, raked it out.
Maybe Ryan did.
No. kid won't cut grass. He didn't spray no fucking gravel. And I'm not knocking Ryan. I'm not knocking you, son. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Now look, there's weeds. Look,
it's not thick. There's no lip, first of all. Let's be real about it. You can see the weeds coming through the gravel under the truck.
And he's gonna show this fucking truck off like he's done a million kajillion times.
But what I really want everybody to look at and get a good laugh out of is check out how Barry's shirt's buttoned up.
Yeah, we're gonna pause it right there at the end.
I mean, that dirty old motherfucker. I don't think that's nicotine. I think the motherfucker's got mold growing on him. Look, there's no lip going down in the grass. I mean...
And you guys, we found out what smacked Barry in the head during that wreck. In one of the videos we're going to do tonight.
Somebody said it was a hatchet because he just threw a hatchet in the damn truck. I mean, that's probably what it was.
Look, Barry, you are one sexy ass man. Hey, how's that dermatologist doing your legs?
I mean, listen, there's no way Barry shoveled that shit. I don't care what anybody says. If you can't fucking walk into your driveway, look, there's no lip, folks.
Yeah, there's no lip.
See in front of his tire, look. There's weeds coming through right in front of his, right next to his tire. There's still weeds. That's a dusting of gravel. What the fuck was the point?
For the show.
To the show, exactly. To look what I did.
Because those that aren't about it just show. It's all just flash. All flash, no ass.
I think Barry said one time, you get gravel with no lime in it. It's crushed limestone. How the fuck you going to get it without no lime in it?
Unless you're getting river rock.
I mean, then it wouldn't have lime in it. And listen, I don't believe they put lye in gravel. It wouldn't make sense. What, you're going to have your little kids out walking on fucking lye? I mean, think about it. I mean, that's not even, that's maybe a pickup truck load full.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. I mean,
That's
maybe
what I was telling you in the car.
Truck fulls. I mean,
that's
it.
The neighbor next door, his shit's thick. Like,
Yeah,
you literally got...
I mean, you can see where it's... And plus, it wouldn't be all thrown out into the grass. You see how there's gravel thrown out in the grass and shit? I mean, if that was done with a bucket or a fucking bobcat and a roller, it would be uniform. There wouldn't be, like, loose gravel laying out in the grass somewhere somebody threw it with a shovel.
Okay, I'm going to pause this really quick. And if you guys can't see it, I'll put a screenshot.
Oh, you can see it. Look at his collar, man. Look at his buttons. You are one sexy motherfucker, Barry.
Barry, you look like the face of somebody that shouldn't be in fucking...
There you go.
You look like the dude that shouldn't be in the presence of children.
Right, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Live stream coming Saturday from Ohio. Just so you guys know.
Right, I mean...
We'll see if Barry runs his mouth or he just walks past like a good boy.
Look, we want him just to walk past. I mean, we've never once said we're going to fuck with Barry or anything like that.
Hey, the river's going to run red with my blood.
We're going to treat Barry how the law should have treated him a long time ago. I mean... We're going to
left him on a blanket.
We're going to silence him the right way. I mean, we've never once threatened Barry. I never said I want to beat Barry up. I never said I'm going to beat Barry up. Nothing like that. Barry's the only one that's threatened people and hurt people.
Y'all want to see this, dude? We're not going to talk. We're just going to look at this glorious old fucking perverted racist motherfucker when he gets out of his truck. Just look at him. He wants to talk about everybody else. How all need to be clean.
Man, Barry, that ass should drive me nuts, man.
This motherfucker can't even button his button-up shirt right. What, Barry? Mommy never taught you that? Did you not take your titty out of her mouth? Her titty out of your mouth for 5 seconds to teach you that, buddy?
He is a sexy motherfucker. Look at them lips, dude.
Now watch. Alright, next one.
If that gravel was thick, folks, when he drove through it, his tires would sink it. You would see trails. I mean, you can ask anybody or Google it or whatever. Most people's gonna know. He's so phony, man. I mean, acts like he did something. Got a big 6-figure settlement he's talking about, and had a half a ton of gravel hauled in the back of a pickup truck.
All right, y'all want to see the first video that was posted on this channel? Y'all ready for this?
Nah.
Staying connected when you're busy.
Oh, Barry, you're getting my 7 cents. Hopefully, you get that $70 this month.
Hopefully, you take that shirt to the seamstress and get another button put on it.
He wants to talk about everybody else's video calls. They can't figure out how to do this number here. Kind of painful. I mean, you kind of got to twist your neck to make out what it is.
Yeah.
Losing!
Oh, something, I heard something go flying. Some kind of like a spring or something.
Barry, do you just see a kid playing in the front yard, little girl or something?
Swing!
See anybody out there sunbathing?
I don't know where it would have been, yeah.
Barry's pecker unraveling. You know he's got an 8-inch pecker on him.
There it was,
He carries 5 of them in his ass.
He must have measured from his butthole to his fucking tip.
You ain't topping off no tank. Show it. I'll bet you put $3 in it and count out pennies. Listen to it. Fast idle, guys. That motherfucker's running 150 miles an hour. Listen.
It is too.
It's because he can't tune a car. He can't make a car run right. This is the best he can do. And that's fine.
But he wants to teach and be this guru.
Barry's a bad person. He don't deserve to have a voice. He don't deserve it. I mean, and I'm not God. I'm not saying, but he's a bad person.
Oh. Hell, man. I apologize. I do gotta speak. I forgot to say something. There's a YouTuber that Barry's talked shit about in like 4 videos, right? Big time YouTuber now. He just took apart a car, and this car is what all Barry's cars are going to turn into. There was no floor left. There was nothing left.
It looked like the back had a tree
yeah.
on it. I mean, it was just done. It's a shame, too, because at one time, I think it was a bucket seat console.
It was a sports coupe.
Yeah, right? I mean...
He even says it. So, all the sports coupes I've seen have been bucket seat cars. Including mine. So, Barry's must have a 101 with a bench seat. Or maybe the Camp Factory is just not really...
It's a sports coupe Ventura package. Come the fuck on. Don't make that shit. Why would you give me Ventura package in sports coupe?
Hey, Barry, they won't let you in, man. You don't got a shirt on. With your fat, wrinkly old ass.
In his old farmhouse that's built in 1982.
3-bedroom. I'd like to know what...
Well, that's what I keep saying. Where that hole is in the roof, look how close his chair is to the TV, man. And then look at the window next to him.
It's 3 bedrooms, so
yeah,
what's the other bedrooms? Ryan's got one of them.
Packed full of shit, I promise. That's where that whole big hole is in the other room. And I know somebody's going to say, well, you had drywall work done. Well, yeah, when he hit the roof, I'm sure it knocked drywall off and placed in the ceilings all. But as far as that big-ass hole, that's in another bedroom. Which he probably just lets it rain in there. I mean...
Hey, you guys. Baby roof.
Rocky, bro.
Barry looks like a fucking Hills Have Eyes reject.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Barry, you ever gonna clean about who your daddy is?
I'm your daddy.
Don't talk about everybody else. You got stepbrothers and sisters? Half, not step, half.
That was it. All right, we're moving to the next one.
So how's the half brothers and sisters work, Barry? Explain that shit. You want to talk shit about everybody else's kids not being nerds?
Barry at Beamer and Sons Garage Bodywork. Hey Barry, why you got a woman's bracelet on?
I mean, got some air compressors and shit. And wait a minute, this ain't the house he's at now, anyway. Is it? Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is okay. There's earlier ones than this where he's not at this house.
Baby roof.
I mean, he got compressor shit, but he brags about how he's burned up 10 of them little palm sanders, man.
Listen, he wants to teach, but he can't even say fucking DeWalt. It's DeWalt.
Hey, just so you know, that's bald, buddy. That's what bald looks like.
I think that's what he's mad about, that our hairline hasn't receded fully.
Right, I mean...
And Barry, when my time comes, because I'm sure it will, I'll go gloriously bald. I'm not going to go with your ring around the fucking head.
He's bald anyway. I mean, does that make you
well,
less
just like according to him, people with cancer are ugly.
No, that's my point. I mean, Barry's the type, that's what I mean he's a bad dude. He's the type of person that he will use whatever he has to say to hurt you. He don't matter if it's racist. He don't matter if it's extremely offensive to other people. As long as he thinks it's going to hurt you or get to you, he'll say it.
Damn, Barry, am I watching paint dry or are you sand?
You ever heard of work one area at a time, buddy? I mean, you know they're broke as fuck, though. I mean, so you don't want to replace that paper yet.
This is like probably like a jillion years ago, and that car is sitting in the weeds now.
I mean,
all this work to spray it black.
Right. I mean, take it down to the bare metal. Take all the original paint off of it to take that, and that's not necessary, folks, unless you're restoring a car.
Scuff and shoot, something Barry's never heard of.
I mean, unless the paint is cracking real bad or something underneath of it.
Or there's rust.
Yeah, I mean.
And even then, you only go where the rust is. Feather it out.
This is Barry's dreams of grandeur here.
Oh, I guarantee back then, oh, son, we'll be driving this car. This car will be beautifully restored in 4 years.
It's kind of hard when you jump from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. I mean,
fuck, I do that and I get more completed in a fucking day than he's got completed in a fucking year.
yeah, but he's got 85 others. Oh, and that reminds me, back to that. Barry's made some comments, folks. He's made comments that I don't own none of these cars. You can't prove they're mine.
Helm pauses. I'll make this very, very hurting.
Yeah. Barry's made comments. I don't know if y'all heard him a minute ago. He made comments in one video. You can't prove any of these cars are mine or I own anything. Okay. He's made comments that he can only work for cash money. He
said that in his recent live.
Recent live. He only, because I kept telling Austin, this dude's on disability. So either this dude is on disability and assets matter, or he owes child support or something. Because it can't be taxes, because he owns this property. If it's in his name, the federal government has no problem slapping.
They're going to get their money regardless.
So he's on disability. He wants to talk shit about other motherfuckers getting a check. This motherfucker's living off the government. He literally said in his live, I'll get a job, but it has to be like my other ones. It has to be cash money. Well, why does it have to be cash money, Barry? Why does it have to be cash money? And why do your assets matter?
Exactly.
There was something else that he said about it.
And I want to point something out. Hey, Barry, you can go on live and say that's not against the law and all this other stuff. Look up Al Capone. That's all I got to say. They couldn't get that man, he would be a badder motherfucker than you'll ever be.
You saying you work for Scott Wilson for cash under the table? The IRS, that's enough for the IRS to audit him for the past 10 fucking years, dude.
Yep.
Because he can't be paying you cash on the table. They want their cut.
Yep.
But that's your words in a lie.
And back to the Al Capone thing. Barry wants to act like he's a thuggish rugged. He hasn't set nobody at a fucking base, at a fucking table. Had a big party in their honor. Set him at a table. Grabbed a Louisville Slugger because they were going to snitch on you. And smashed 2 dudes over the head with a Louisville Slugger in front of everybody to make a point. Yeah, that's a fucking...
That's a gangster.
I mean...
That's a 20s gangster. But
Barry wants to act like he's like he's this bad, tough dude. Al Capone, he was a real tough dude.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's very true. But Barry's a tough dude with a group of people, or on the internet. I mean, I've offered to rent the ring. I mean, I've offered to pay his way there. I mean, he won't. He's all talk.
Which, my point...
The only way it's ever going to happen, I don't want to touch him. I don't want his fucking blood on me, man. Straight up. I want him to go live his life and leave me alone. If you see me, just keep walking. That's all you got to do. Just keep walking. I'm going to say a fucking thing to you. Don't say a fucking thing to me.
My point is, our point with this is, let the IRS find out about this, Barry, or Social Security find out about this.
Right, because you're on Social Security is what it is. Because he's made another comment. It was like towards the end of the month, and he's like, I'll have the money Friday or something. And Friday was the 1st or the 3rd or some shit. And I was like, this motherfucker's on disability. And then he made that comment the other night. And I'm like, for sure now, this motherfucker is on disability. And assets matter. You can't have 85 fucking cars if you're on disability.
Which I'd like to point
He's not old enough to retire with benefits.
Yeah, and it's probably not. He probably got child support.
He for sure hasn't put in 20 years at no workplace. I know that for a fact. I've talked to 2 people that's close enough to him to know. That's in Ohio. Dude. Although they won't give me no juicy shit, but I don't know if they're scared of Barry. I don't know what it is, but I think they're trying to protect Ryan. That's what I think it amounts to.
He's 40 fucking years old. How much protection does the motherfucker need?
They don't want him like having hurt feelings because they say he's a victim. Man. I mean, they say that he's as much of a victim as his mom was, and most people Barry's come across.
There's a time in your life when you can stop being a victim now. And like see your dad for what he is and leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah, people don't do that. That's in Austin's world. That's not in the real world. I mean, most people don't do
that. If everybody lived in Austin's world, though, the world would be a better fucking place because people like Barry wouldn't be breathing. Scott Wilson wouldn't be breathing.
I mean, because he's only been a job for 5 years max, they said. He would work a job for a couple months or a year or 2, then it's on to the next thing. And if you listen to Barry talk, you know I'm telling the truth because he even says that. I've had 100 jobs in my life. Well, because he would only work for so long, then he would get in depression or whatever the fuck his deal was. And fucking, he would quit. His mom would start paying the bills, and he would keep getting evicted from house to house to house because he kept hoarding them up.
Oh, it's always been a Beamer thing, a real deal Beamer
They
Field
don't even
thing.
have that car anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Is that the 883?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? All right.
The 880.
880, whatever the fuck it is.
Look, Barry needs a break. Now he's gonna have a smoke. Somebody can't breathe.
I thought he said he never owned a Honda. What's that in the garage? How did he monetize this video? It's got music playing in it.
I don't think it is. It might be.
Oh, this didn't have a commercial?
I'm waiting for her to pull up what we've done against YouTube's fucking policies. I asked them to show it in a comment on the fucking Scrapper Mail thing, along with a couple other things I said, but I'm waiting for him to show it. Come on.
Man, he's got that pedo against him. I wonder if he's done time if somebody's against him. Because back in the day, that was the thing. Now you can't do that because pedos are protected. I mean, and I'm not joking. I mean, as shocking as it sounds, if you touch a registered sex offender or a pedo in prison, and as long as you can prove it's not because he's a pedo, it's okay. It's just a simple battery. But if you're beating this dude the whole time, calling him a pedo, that's a fucking hate crime. They're protected. I mean, I'm not joking. You can go watch
Dad.
JD DeLay's channel or anybody else, they'll tell you.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Dudes like Barry.
And Barry would not fare well in prison. I mean, especially at his age with the creepy shit. Now, when he was that age, even if he was that age, and they knew he was looking at 18-year-olds, I mean, what's
All right,
this?
this is our next one. This is Barry riding a little kid's dirt bike. But I want to ask Dad something. Dad has spent what? How much of your life have you said you've probably spent in jail? Up until 2006.
Up till 6, I don't know. From 13 to 21, probably 5 years. I mean,
So in all your time, all the years you've done in jail, dudes like Barry, how are they treated? Kids like Ryan, even, how would they be treated?
kids like Ryan, yeah, they're cannibalized. I mean, even if they have money to pay. Now you can go, like I mentioned, JD DeLay, his experience in Oregon, and I'm going to be straight. I have never been to the penitentiary. I've done penitentiary time, but in Indiana, from the time of your sentence till your time of your release date has to be a certain amount of time before they'll even send you to RDC. So, I mean, I've done 18 months straight, but when I was sentenced, I only had 6 months left. It wasn't enough to go, and that was when I got out. I met your mom, and then you came along, and I straightened up, and then I got in no trouble no way. But anyway, I've never been, but just in the jail and the stories I've heard, and what I've seen personally as a young offender in the juvenile system and boys school and shit, I mean, they're cannibalized. Even if you have money for protection, you're still cannibalized. I mean, they're not going to have the money.
What's a dude like Barry going to be like? Barry comes, let's say.
The first time Barry walked into a block, they're going to want to see, they're going to want to know what's up with him. They're going to
see his papers.
Just the way he looks. I mean, and anybody that's watching this knows I'm telling you the truth. I mean, I've never actually seen a motherfucker say, give me your paperwork. They'll just, they'll have someone on the streets look, you know what I mean? Jail's a little different than prison, man. I mean, in prison you can probably be like, let me see your paperwork, but in jail I never seen that. I've seen them go into the people's cell and just take their shit and look at it, you know what I mean, and be like, what the fuck you gonna do about it? But as far as when you come through the door and what's your paperwork type shit, I never seen it. I'm sure it happens.
Which Dad has some stories. If that's something you guys want to see, we'll have Dad sit down and talk about his experiences and shit.
The minute Barry, even that one we just watched of Barry looking like that, they would think drunk or pedo is what they would think with him. Sex offender. Just by the way he looks, the vibe he gets off. And he says some inappropriate shit. So the shit that he would say would lead him to believe, and then they would have the people on the streets start digging into him. But nowadays, I guess they got iPads now. That's what the prison guard behind us, when I got the gravel haul, was telling me. They got iPads in prison now. So, I mean.
It works at RDC.
So, I mean. There's your worthless knowledge for the week. But
So this dirt bike's probably an XR100, is what it looks like to me. It's not a big boy dirt bike. Something with Barry. He likes small CC things. I don't know why.
Because he looks like a big boy on him.
I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
he looks like a dwarf on a big bike.
looks like a little XR100.
Where's this at? This ain't at his house.
This must be at one of the old houses that Barry lived at. That's Barry, and Ryan's holding the phone.
Is it this house?
No.
I don't think so.
Barry, the bike's trying to tell you it's too small for you.
See, he don't have no clue how to jump over anything or anything like that. You see him do that on the sidewalk?
He's a fucking dumb fuck.
I mean,
Ooh, Barry got some massive bear. Maybe you should take a breath.
I haven't seen the house. This might be his mom's place.
It's not. Mom's house had a longer driveway. Yep. And you weren't allowed to have all that junk. Ryan talks about one of the videos, which we can do tomorrow or the next day, on how most of his cars had to be stored at his dad's because at where his mom lives, you can only have so many cars that sit. This is like something for like a 16-year-old
This
kid.
has to be Barry's place. There's an old Ford tractor. I can't see his bottom of the track out around.
I mean, that's like...
Fuck, I hoard junk and I don't want track out there. And I don't want just useless shit that I'm never going to use to set.
That's something for like a 16-year-old kid, guys. Yeah, I think it's a little XR100.
It says $100 right there on it.
Does it? I called it. I hadn't even watched it yet. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, that face right there, he would probably have a rough way to go. Because you know he's loud, you know he talks shit, and...
I lost my hat on that one.
Early 2000s, about look of it.
Are you gonna take it for a spin? No, not right now. I'm gonna take a look at my Cadillac.
Y'all, Barry wants to talk about teeth. Did y'all see that?
See how
When he was
awkward,
talking?
listen, you see how awkward they acted towards each other? Did you guys think that was awkward? You know what I mean? Or maybe it's because Barry ain't comfortable in front of the camera yet. He's not a celebrity yet.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna go to the next ones.